Given that PZX is an equilateral spherical triangle, prove that cos capital P equals cos P by 1 plus cos P and 1 plus 2 cos P equals cot square of capital P by 2. So this is basically nothing but a relationship between the angles and sides of an equilateral spherical triangle. So I've drawn this spherical triangle PZX, and the side opposite to angle P is marked as small p. The side opposite to angle Z is marked as small z, and the side which is opposite to angle X is marked as small x. We'll prove the first one. Since everything is related with cos, we'll begin with the cosine formula. I'm going to find the cosine formula for this angle capital P. So cosine formula for this angle capital P is written as cos small p minus cos z into cos x divided by sin z into sin x. The z and x are these two sides which hold this angle P. Alright. Next we know that PZX is an equilateral triangle. Since it's an equilateral triangle, all the three sides and all the three angles are going to be equal. So I'm making use of the property that all the sides are equal to the right hand side of our equation. So this term will be as such cos P, and the second term, here too we'll have cos P, here too we'll have cos P, so it becomes cos square P. Similarly, the denominator becomes sin square P. So taking cos P common out in the numerator, we are left with cos P into 1 minus cos P, and in the place of sin square P, I can replace it as 1 minus cos square P. So this is just because our right hand side consists of only cos terms. I'm just trying to write my sin square in terms of cos. That's what I've written like this. Next, this is like a square minus b square. We can write it as a plus b into a minus b, and I'm cancelling off these two terms. So we are left with cos P by 1 plus cos P. This is what we have to prove. Moving on to the next subdivision. We are asked to prove 1 plus 2 cos P equals cot square capital P by 2. So for this subdivision, we are going to make use of the supplemental cosine formula, which is an extension of this cosine formula. So for that, we have cos P equals cos capital P plus cos Z cos X divided by sin Z sin X. Since we have cos of small p here, I'm making use of small p in this formula also. You can see here that in the cosine formula, the left hand side consisted of angle and the right hand side was full of sides. But in supplemental cosine formula, the left hand side has side and the right hand side is full of angles, and the difference is here we have plus sign, there we have minus sign. So this is a minor differences, and you can see here that again I am applying the property of equilateral spherical triangle. All the angles are equal, so the right hand side becomes cos P plus Z equals X equals P. So this can be replaced as cos square P, and the denominator can be replaced as sin square P. Again, taking cos P common, we get cos P into 1 plus cos P. The denominator becomes 1 minus cos square P. So again, the denominator is of the form a square minus b square. We can write it as a plus b into a minus b. So we get 1 minus cos P into 1 plus cos B. Cancelling of this term, we are left with cos small p equals cos capital P divided by 1 minus cos capital P. So our left hand side is 1 plus 2 cos P. So just substituting the value of cos P which we have obtained here and simplifying, we get 1 plus cos P divided by 1 minus cos P. We already studied trigonometric formula 1 plus cos 2x by 2 equals cos square x. That is, in the place of 1 plus cos 2x, I can replace it as 2 into cos square x. If we have 2x here, only half of the term, that is only x is used here. Similarly, I have here 1 plus cos P. So I am replacing it by 2 into cos square P by 2. Since I have P here, I am replacing it with half of that term, P by 2. Similarly, 1 minus cos 2x equals 2 into sin square x. If 2x is used here, only x is used in this right hand side. So I am replacing 1 minus cos P as 2 into sin square capital P by 2. This 2 will get cancelled, and this cos square P by 2 divided by sin square P by 2 is nothing but cot square P by 2. This is what we have to prove. Next, moving on to the natural Haversine formula. So if capital A is the angle under consideration, then the side opposite to angle A is given by small a. The Haversine formula is given as follows. Haversine of this side A equals Haversine of difference of the two sides which hold the angle A. Haversine of B minus, that is Haversine of B minus C, plus 2 into sin B into sin C into Haversine of the angle which we have considered. So when is this Haversine formula or natural Haversine formula applicable is whenever you are given two sides and the angle included between them, we can use Haversine formula to find the third side of the spherical triangle. Or if all the three sides of the spherical triangle are given, we can use the natural Haversine formula to find any desired angle. Prove that secant p by 2 into cosecant capital P by 2 equals 2 in an equilateral spherical triangle PZX. So I have drawn the equilateral spherical triangle PZX and I have marked the side opposite to angle P as small p, opposite to angle Z as small z, and the side opposite to capital X as small x. So to begin with the problem, we know that secant is nothing but 1 by cos and cosecant is 1 by sin. So to begin with, we should have a relation which involves sine and cosine. So for that, we are making use of this trigonometric formula. Sin square x equals 1 minus cos 2x by 2. Just replace 2x by p. We'll arrive at 1 minus cos p by 2 equals sin square p by 2. So just bringing this 2 to the right hand side, we get the next step. And so we have 2 sin square p by 2 equals 1 minus cosine of this angle capital P. So by applying cosine formula to this angle capital P, we have cos P, cos of the side opposite to angle P, minus cos Z into cos X, these two sides which hold this angle capital P, divided by sin Z into sin X. Now since this is an equilateral spherical triangle, the sides will be equal. So this will be again cos P into cos P, that is cos square P, and the denominator will be sin P into sin P, sin square P. So taking the LCM, we have sin square P minus cos P, minus into minus plus cos square P. Sin square P plus cos square P is 1 minus cos P divided by, I have written the sin square P again in terms of cos. So we have 1 minus cos square P. Now the denominator is of the form a square minus b square. I can rewrite it as a minus b into a plus b. And on cancelling the first term, we are left with 1 by 1 plus cos P. And we already saw that 1 plus cos 2x by 2 equals cos square x. So 1 plus cos 2x is nothing but 2 into cos square x. If we have 2x on the left hand side, we are making use of just half of that term, only x. So we have 1 plus cos small p. So the right hand side becomes 2 into cos square p by 2. Now multiplying this 2 with the left hand side and bringing the sin square capital P by 2 to the denominator, we have 4 equals 1 by sin square P by 2 into cos square P by 2. This 1 by sin square is nothing but cosecant square capital P by 2, and 1 by cos square is secant square P by 2. And taking the positive square root on both sides, we have 2 equals cosecant P by 2 into secant P by 2.